Tokyo's real estate prices seem to be rising, but is that still the case?
Prices rose even more, especially in central Tokyo.
Wow, over 100 million? Who's actually buying these expensive condos? It looks like Tokyo is still very undervalued.
Some areas were beginning to show declines in 2024. Capital gain tax is crucial.
Oh, that's kind of huge. Hello everyone, welcome to PNN. This is Mito from PLAZA HOMES. PLAZA HOMES is a real estate company in central Tokyo, near Tokyo Tower, with over 55 years of history. We mainly support foreign clients in buying and selling real estate. Today we're going to talk a little about Tokyo's real estate market and whether it's now a good time to sell up your properties. Joining us today is Kubo-san from the sales department. Kubo-san, thank you for your time.
Hello everyone, thank you for having me today, Mitsuo-san.
Kubo-san is a general manager at PLAZA HOMES. He has been with us for 13 years and has even worked in London dealing with residential properties as an agent, and he has vast knowledge and experience in the field.
Thank you, Mitsuo-san. Predicting the future of the market is always difficult, but since we check market trend daily and talk with clients and industry professionals, we'd like to share our perspective on what's happening now.
That's great. Well, I've been wondering, and I'm sure many others want to know, Tokyo's real estate prices seem to be rising, but is that still the case? Should I sell up my investment properties? Should I sell my current home or just stay put? We hope this discussion helps those who are struggling with these questions.
Yes, let's break it down. First, let's look at the real estate market in Tokyo. Before the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, condominium prices had already been rising moderately. Many expected a decline after the Olympics. But when the COVID-19 pandemic started in 2020, the market kept going up instead. The pandemic changed how people live and work, which drove up temporary relocation demand.
So that's why prices didn't drop after the Olympics. And what happened after 2023?
After 2023, as economic activity fully resumed, prices rose even more, especially in central Tokyo. Although it shows slight decline in prices all over Tokyo in 2024, it remains at a higher price level. We will discuss this point later in this presentation. In 2023, the average price of a new condominium in Tokyo 23 walls exceeded 100 million Japanese yen for the first time in history. This became a major topic in the market.
Wow, over 100 million? But I've heard prices are rising even more in some areas than in others?
That's right. While prices are increasing across Tokyo, the 6 most central walls are seeing the sharpest rise. These high prices in the city center are pushing up the average price across the entire Tokyo area.
So why have central Tokyo condos surged so much?
The main reason is the decrease in supply and demand number of available properties. First, there is land shortage. Large convenient plots for condominiums are rare in central Tokyo. Recently, the surge in inbound tourism has led to more hotels being built instead of residential buildings, making it harder to secure land for condominiums.
So, limited land means fewer new properties. What else is affecting supply?
Construction costs. Building material and labor costs have soared. Construction cost is now about 3 to 4 times more expensive than it was 2 or 3 years ago due to labor shortages and high material costs. Another factor is how developers release properties. They carefully control the number of units they sell at one time to maintain high contract rates, which means they don't release large volumes of properties at once.
So with fewer properties available, prices stay high. But who's actually buying these expensive condos?
Mainly wealthy individuals, both domestic and foreign investors, and what we call power couples. A condominium over 100 million yen is no longer accessible to households on an average income. Wealthy buyers and investors mostly play in cash. They are attracted to luxury condos with high-end facilities and great views. In Japan, older wealthy buyers often purchase these properties for tax-saving purposes.
I see. I remember you were interviewed by Nikkei newspaper last year about foreign buyers, is that right?
Yes, I was interviewed by Nikkei newspaper last year. I spoke about one major reason for the price surge in central Tokyo is foreign wealthy buyers purchasing property here. Many of our overseas clients own real estate in multiple countries. They often see Tokyo as a safe, comfortable place to live, and many of them purchase properties for purpose of relocating or as a second home during their stay in Japan. The weak yen also plays a role. Compared to other global cities, Tokyo's property prices are still relatively cheap.
Yes, when I compare the prices in London to here, it seems like you can get so much more for your money.
Yes, that's right. Let's look here at Tokyo's prices compared to prices around the world. When the price of Tokyo is 100, we can see that Tokyo real estate is undervalued compared to other cities around the world, like Hong Kong, Shanghai, New York, and of course London. The blue bar is average price in 2021, and the orange is average price in 2024. The price gap with each major city has widened since 2021.
Wow, yeah, it looks like Tokyo is still very undervalued. And you mentioned power couples. Who are they?
Power couples are households where both partners have high incomes. In Japan, a combined household income of 15 to 20 million yen is considered wealthy. With joint mortgage loans, they can afford properties around 100 million yen. For reference, the percentage of Japanese households with annual income of 15 million yen or more is 3.6%. And the average annual income per household is 5,457,000 yen. So wages in Japan are low compared to those in major countries around the world.
So these groups are driving up demand. But what about used condos?
Even though Japanese buyers traditionally prefer new condos, the prices of used condos are rising too. Since new properties are expensive, more people are buying used ones and renovating them to their own taste.
Yes, I also heard real estate companies are buying and refurbishing them and then selling them off for a profit.
Yes, that's right.
So, are prices rising happening all over Tokyo?
Not exactly. A closer look at area by area data for Tokyo and suburban areas shows that some areas were beginning to show declines in 2024. In Tokyo, prices in areas outside the city center and areas far from train stations have not risen as much as in the city center, while properties in the suburb have seen an increase in quantity and a decline in price.
Interesting. So in 2025, could it be a key time to decide whether to sell?
Yes, looking at the price movements of used condominiums in Tokyo in 2024, the three central wards of Tokyo, Chiyoda, Minato, and Chuo, are still in an upward trend, keeping the price above 100 million yen. Looking at the area around the city center divided into east, west, south, and north, we can see a decline in prices in the western and eastern areas of the city.
And I heard distance from a train station plays a big role as well?
Exactly. A Nikkei newspaper article showed that over the past 10 years, last prices within a 6-minute walk from a station rose 43.2%, and with a 12.5-minute walk from a station rose 39.1%, while land over 12.5 minutes away rose only 23.9%. Japanese buyers overwhelmingly prefer places within 10 minutes walk station.
So in typical real estate fashion, location is key. What other factors could affect the market?
From this year, we think it will be a time of discernment to sell or buy, depending on the area. So we have considered factors that may affect real estate prices in the future. First of all, the upward trend countries in central Tokyo and other convenient areas near train stations in the suburbs. In terms of demand from wealthy foreigners, as long as the yen continues to weaken without extreme appreciation, inbound travel will continue to be a risk, and demand will likely continue in central Tokyo areas that are convenient or well-known to foreigners. Tokyo will continue to be undervalued compared to other major cities around the world. Domestic demand is strong among power couples and primary homeowners in their 30s and 40s. However, mortgage rates are a concern, and we expect demand to remain strong during the next few years of low interest. Also, there is an increased demand from seniors, those in their 60s also, who wants to sell the house they have been living in and living comfortably. Newer condominium with a good access to transportation.
So, are there any risks or pitfalls that people should be aware of?
Global events like the impact of Trump administration and the war in Ukraine, as well as a slowdown in the Chinese economy, which could lead to a significant withdrawal of foreign investors, such as those from Greater China. This would likely affect properties in the central Tokyo area.
So, what about suburban areas in Tokyo and areas far away from train stations?
As prices have already started to fall and not much demand is expected in these areas. Another factor which is a problem for Japan as a whole is a decrease in demand for housing due to the declining population. Younger generations tend to live more convenient urban areas, so demand for properties in suburban areas is likely to decline. Furthermore, the number of inherited properties will increase due to the large number of elderly people and the number of vacant properties. Akiya will increase on the market, so the market price is expected to fall further and further. Until now, condominium prices have shown a similar upward trend in all areas, but from now on, the disparity is expected to widen, with prices rising in convenient areas with good transport links, dropping in rural or connected areas or remaining flat in others that are in between.
So, if someone is considering selling, they should pay close attention to their property's location and market trends, right?
Yes, the upward trend will continue for properties with favorable conditions in central Tokyo and near train stations. Prices have already risen so much, and it is difficult to judge the right time to sell at the highest price. So I think it is good to consider selling the property. As for properties with undesirable conditions, it is advisable to consider selling before the prices fall. Another concern is the April 2025 Energy Conservation Standards mandate, which requires that new buildings constructed meet certain energy conservation standards, and buyers of buildings with high energy conservation standards will receive tax benefits. Although it is not yet widespread, it is an indicator that will affect real estate values in 5 to 10 years. So it is a good idea to consider selling older properties with low energy conservation standards while consumers are less aware of the issue.
That's important to know.
Also, capital gain tax is crucial. If you sell within 5 years of buying, the tax rate is around 40%, but after 5 years, it drops to about 20%.
Oh, that's kind of huge. Imagine being on your 4th year and then selling and losing 20% of that.
Yes, please be careful everyone. Make sure you take Japan's capital gains tax system into consideration.
Thanks for the insights, Kubo-san.
When you are considering the time to sell or buy real estate, it is important to focus on market conditions in the area where you are considering your purchase or sale rather than on broad indicators such as the 23 walls of Tokyo. If you are considering selling your real estate, please feel free to contact PLAZA Homes. We would be happy to consult with you about market conditions in the surrounding area, how much you can sell for, and whether now is a good time to sell.
Thank you, Kubo-san. Yes, please feel free to contact us, everyone. We also talked about the other points to make sales successful in another video, so please check that out too. Thanks again, Kubo-san, and thank you everyone for watching. Take care and see you later.
We offer a wide variety of properties for rent and sale, and provide property information in English. If you are interested in renting, leasing, buying, or selling real estate in Japan or in Tokyo, please check our website. We also run a website called Japan Living Guide, which provides living information. Thank you so much for watching. If you found today's video useful, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Please hit the little bell button as well to get notifications of our upcoming videos. If you have any questions or thoughts, we would love to hear them in the comments too. See you next time!